Good morning. I think a vlog is the proper way to tell this. That's not how I start videos. What's up, team? Welcome to the video. We're gonna vlog today because I'm gonna talk about productivity, my new schedule that I'm gonna attempt to stick to, and a lot of the whys in it. So I feel like walking through that is the best way to do this. We're starting with email here in the closet, and yeah, it's 8:15. I woke up at 7:30, which is the time I had my alarm set for. It's gonna be good. This is where we would insert the intro and be like, dun 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 dun. But the Minnesota intro, it's got the Minnesota vibes, and I love the Minnesota vibes, and they're a little chiller vibes, but we're back, and we're like back in New York. Now we got the New York vibes. The New York vibes are a little faster, and so there's no intro. So in this, right when I wake up, first thing I'm doing, emails, getting inboxes to 0. I'm guessing normally that's gonna take an hour and a half-ish for client emails and 30 for personal emails, but it's gonna vary on the day. I'm allocating 2 hours and change, but if it takes 3 hours, it takes 3 hours. That's the first thing I do, wake up. If I'm starving when I wake up, I'll have some protein plus carb. Usually a shake and a banana is my play there, like 40 protein, 30 carb, but I'm just having coffee today. Note to self, phone goes on airplane mode during email session. I don't have anyone who's ever gonna need me in that second. And you can so easily get pulled to a distraction that isn't as important but feels like it is, and you feel productive, like, oh, I need to answer this text. No, you don't. Go. Back shredded. Progress update. We're gonna do a fasted AM, which is where we're at right now. Relaxed. This mirror, we gotta get rid of these little cracks. Who needs cupboards when you have progress updates to film? And then flexing. I'm just lean. I'm just very lean. The fat loss is going super well. I've been dialed. I haven't been boxing every single night, so that's a spot where I'm missing 2 to 3 a week. But my nutrition update's still not done with emails. 10:45 a.m. One thing I'm bad at is allocating actual estimates. I always think I can do things faster than I can, so maybe allocating more time to email will make sense. But I've had 1 cup of coffee, 250-ish caffeine. I made it pretty strong, pretty big cup, and I'm getting hungry, and so now I'm going to have, I'll show you. It is a pre-workout meal that is going to be about 40 protein, 35 carb, and I'll be training somewhere. I got a window guy coming to do some work here, but I'll be training in the next 90-ish minutes. It's a back day. There's a decent amount of volume. It's the back and leg day. You guys know the program. It's the back and leg day, and so I want pre-workout calories here. Now, some of you are gonna laugh. Some of you are gonna get pissed because it's sugar, which is the devil. But my carb source here is going to be this: 2 tablespoons of honey, and here's why. An apple or some raspberries, but I have these. I have a couple Honey Crisps left. We need to do some grocery work. That sounds better to me right now. However, having fiber in me and just having higher volume food in my stomach pre-workout doesn't feel good to me. And I've talked about, maybe I haven't on YouTube much, but pre-workout nutrition choices and playing with the timing. 30 minutes pre, 45 minutes pre, 60 minutes pre, 2 hours pre, depending on the size of the meal and the food type, finding out what works best for you. Right now, if I had a banana, I'd have a banana instead of the honey because that feels good, 90 minutes pre, but I know a big apple like that is just gonna not feel great. And no, you don't need to eat pre-workout. If I didn't, which probably like 20% of the time on this cut, I am training fasted. I just have 10 grams of BCAAs with my pre-workout. So 40 grams of protein via shake, 2 tablespoons of honey, finish emails, on to mobility work. Let's go. Window guys coming up now. I got to get these returned video equipment that was used at the fitness business seminar we put on Sunday. So get this returned, go to the gym, get it. Post-workout was an atrocious session. I hate training at deficit. We got this for the carbs, and only 5 tag-along fat, 10 protein, and then 40 protein with like nothing else here. Going back to the apartment, the window guys are there, so let's go. All right, guys, just showered, just lifted and then showered. We're gonna do a little update here in the bathroom because they're out there fixing the window. So in this afternoon block, what I'm generally planning on doing is like having a 3-hour post-workout window that will be creating content. So writing, filming, video editing, like whatever that is, possibly recording a podcast that may or may not be slowly coming to life. But yeah, this afternoon, I'm gonna use that time to outline a 30 video series that I've been working on for new downloads of the Macros app. So like a 30-day, 2 to 3 minute video a day that you get in the app for newbies who are just learning to track for the first time. Because something I'm realizing now that I'm tracking every single day and like super dialed, the app's amazing. Like, until I started really using it every day, even though I made it, I didn't realize how good it was. But if you don't know how to track and like don't really know what macros are, and you just heard this macros thing from someone on Instagram, you look it up in the App Store, download it, it's not super intuitive. And I think the video series, like day by day, building on each other will really help. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in this afternoon's window, along with editing this video. See you in the next clip. Just in case you're keeping score at home, this is where we're at right now. Just waiting for a little download action. Getting hungry, gonna eat this apple as I continue on the content creating video editing afternoon session. You're about to watch a clip of me doing mobility work. It's a good length clip. I'm playing a song during it with lyrics. I want you to listen to the lyrics. I want you to listen to the song. I'm not like just playing it as like music because I'm doing this and I want you to see my mobility work. I just heard the song today and like I'm very into the lyrics. Enjoy.
And though the answer I don't know for a fact, still my heart is saying, oh yeah.
Still just taking it one day at a time. Still don't know what I'm trying to find. Really I don't mind, cause I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah. No longer focused on yesterday, and I don't care, the rest will say whatever they want. What's left to say? What's left to say? Cause I'm leaving all the pain today, meaning what I'm trying to say, believing I can find a way. Hey, and I'm dreaming, no need to show me how the reason you can't slow me down, season the moment only now. Yeah, so we gon' be not sure about what I'll be. Still can't believe everything I see. If I'm gonna stay down, well, it's up to me. It's up to me, yeah. Living in a world overcome with greed. Not what I want, got everything I need. And I'm working hard till the day I succeed. The day I succeed. Cause I'm leaving all the pain today, meaning what I'm trying to say, believing I can find a way. Hey. And I'm dreaming, no need to show me how the reason. You can't slow me down, season the moment only now. Yeah, so we gon' be
We'll be better We'll be
yeah, the junior always wanna be the senior. I swear that the grass looks greener. Wanna change your demeanor, looking like John Cena. A girl that is fast with an ass like Trina. Do exactly what you need to do, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. And I swear the very second we complain is when the thing we work for is the thing that we obtain, yeah. And I don't understand why you always wanna change the path. It's not having what you want, it's wanting what you have. I might not pop bottles in a nightclub or blow up the same way as Mike Stud. When life hits me in the face like a right snub, if you relate, it's alright, cuz we'll be
Good mobility session. Feel loose. I'm in a predicament. Very hungry. It's 4 o'clock. I have a 6:15 Chipotle, and I can't eat like something big right now because I won't be hungry for Chipotle, but I need to eat. So I need to find something. That's actually should be discussed in productivity. Like having your meals planned and knowing what you're going to eat. And for me, that's going to be making weekly fresh direct orders, which saves the hassle of grocery shopping. They have very reasonable prices too. And just like having meals scheduled out is something I need to do. And it also really helps adherence, especially if you're like less on your own schedule, especially if you can't just walk to go get a Halo top at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because that hits your macros. Having planned the week and then getting in the habit. And then you don't need to stick to that, obviously, but making adjustments based on your baseline of this is the timing frequency that works well for me. Boom. These are the types of foods I generally like in each slot. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go get some red velvet cake. We got that vanilla. They didn't have red velvet cake, and I was gonna get peanut butter cup, but this has fewer sugar alcohols. I'm having a full pint. Just a little worried about my stomach. Happy, like if it's a lot of sugar alcohols, sometimes I get uncomfortable, bloated. I don't want that. So, vanilla bean, first time. Shout out my man, Jeff Cox, coaching client, who says it's his favorite, so we shall see. Let's go. Tell me something I don't know. Let's see what this is all about. Vanilla bean, like in life, Breyers used to make good vanilla bean. Starbucks vanilla bean frappuccino, like vanilla bean is always better than vanilla. Just truth. Little unmailing. I don't know what this is. Unmailing. Unboxing. It's not a box. What a lame 10 boxes of matches for my candle. All right, now we're feeling all loose. We're gonna have a little chat, you and me. This is gonna be a long video. I hope you're enjoying. I'm not gonna be a once a week guy either. Somewhere between daily and once a week, but this was a little too long between videos for my taste. But I want to, it's beautiful. I want to talk about just my strategy here, because I think parts of my thought process on trying to set up this schedule may be applicable and may help some of you guys. So I'm going to throw basically what's here on the screen as we go. But in a perfect world, wake up, crush all the emails, do that mobility work that I just did in the afternoon as a nice kind of mid-morning break. I don't like 4 straight hours, 5 straight hours of computer work. I'd rather do 2.5, 3 hours, break, and then another couple hours. Post-mobility, another computer session, which will usually entail program design primarily. And then go work out midday, come back. Post-workout, I do really well working. And I don't know, like for those of you who have the luxury of training at sometime midday, or those of you who train in the morning, kind of post-workout, you had some caffeine pre-workout, you get a sweat in, you get a shower, you feel good. I can crush work after that for a nice window. So in that 3-hour window, writing, like making content, thinking, and by thinking I mean like maybe going for a 20-minute walk and like getting the ideas going, recording a podcast. Yeah, like that's like a content window right there. At 4:30, I want to be meditating because I need to up my meditation game from where it's currently at, which is like goose egg for a little while. This is interesting. I don't know if I've talked about it here, but I talked about the luxury of not using social media and how good that felt when I was on vacation. I am going to try something. I'm going to try having social media office hours from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. And that is unless I'm posting content. Like if I'm posting content, that's different. But DMs, replying to stuff, and consuming. Because part of me feels like I need to be consuming because people have the expectation that you're consuming. Did you see my Instagram, man? No, I hate going on Instagram. I think it's addicting and it's I'm wasting my life away. But at the same time, I do want to like keep up with people, and like a lot of people from all over the world, old friends, current friends, family, like so Facebook, Instagram, consumption, DMing, replying to DMs. There have been times where I need to write. Like I should just be writing because I have an idea and I need to write, but it's easier to go reply to DMs and lie to myself and say those are equal forms of work when those are not equal forms of work. Like they're just not. And so by confining that to a 1-hour window, 5 days a week, which is kind of where I'm going to start, I'm just curious to see what happens. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., I want to have time where I'm not looking at this stupid thing. And so cutting out a window every night that is going to be going out to dinner with a friend, which is going to be like Bumble, like is going to be like even writing, I'd be okay with. Not non-internet usage, basically. So dinner, having meetings tonight, I'm going to get dinner with a coaching client of mine who's in the city, Chipotle, but using that window, like taking phone calls, calling family, using that window to not be on here. And if I have just straight downtime, I often just naturally come back to this, and that's not relaxing to me. So it's not that I'm not going to use social media outside that 5 to 6 window. It's not that I will absolutely never be on my phone in that 6 to 8 window, but they're guidelines I'm going to try to set up and see what happens, and we'll adjust on the fly. 8:30 p.m. after that window, boxing, 8:30 until 10. That's just it. And then at night, read, prep like prepping everything for the next day is such a game changer. Making a specific list for the next day, game changer. Laying out my clothes in the morning, even though I wear like whatever, it still removes friction from getting out of bed because it's one less thing you have to think about. So it reduces chances of snooze. It's like, I already know what my next step is. My next step is put on that and that, go out there, make the coffee, let go. So lay out clothes. Like my roommate Joe Wool used to make fun of me in college because my to-do lists were so absurd, but make them the night before and then just execute. Meal prep the next day, or at least meal plan the next day. So no, I have this meeting and we're gonna go to Chipotle, or we're gonna go to Sweet Korean, or we're gonna do something and I can eat there and that's gonna happen in this window. Yeah, just planning food, planning the next day. And that means planning like supplements, getting my pre-workout, getting my protein and creatine in Ziploc baggie, like getting everything ready and just dialed and go. And then chill, shower, 11:30 bed for the 7:30 wake up, 8 hours of sleep. That's the game plan. That's what I want to do. And a lot of this is stemming from, like, you hear, you can set your own schedule, that's so nice, like that's a goal of mine that people will say. It is, but if you want to function in society with other humans, like, you can't just invert your sleep schedule, because when you want to be with other people and other people have more normal schedules, actually sticking to those schedules is beneficial. And I've talked before about, like, if you are a businessman and you have a family and you procrastinate from 3 to 5 p.m. at work, and then because you were on BuzzFeed doing whatever, which luckily isn't a temptation of mine, and then at 7:30 or 8 p.m., instead of like putting your kids to sleep, you're like, oh, I gotta work, I have so much work, when really you half-assed it during the day. Like, that is selfish. I do that to myself with my social life. And I think making this and having this day plan and executing the day plan and then scheduling the not doing anything, like seeing other human beings interacting in the PM, is huge. All right, that's what's up here. I got 2 tattoos, by the way. I've seen a lot of comments about them. This says offense. I wrote a blog post about it on my website. This says believe in Lumos font with a semicolon instead of the I, and it does have a meaning that I'm not talking about on the YouTubes, even though I love you guys. That was a long clip. I'll see you in the next clip. All right, 8 o'clock, about to go box. Then I got a little meeting after. Then we will wrap up the vlog there. So yeah, had Chipotle about an hour ago with a coaching client, actually, who's a great dude. It's actually really fun. Talked some business stuff. Talked about the slow process of building muscle, and as a non-drug using person who lifts weights in a calorie surplus, like just how long it takes and the psychological impact of building muscle, and like the process, and like adding body fat along the way, and how slow it is. I'm gonna make a whole video on this because it's really important, and I'm actually gonna make it soon, like in the next, I don't know, I'll let you guys down, make a false promise. In the next 11 days. Yes. And no, I'm not gonna be recording boxing ever. Unless I actually fight. I'm just not gonna be that douche like, oh, Mr. Vlogger social media thinks he's good, just started boxing. It's just, sorry team, I'm sorry. All right, team, just walked in the door soaking wet from head to toe, though you can't tell, but it's raining. I mean, I was sweating boxing, but it's pouring. About to have dinner, probably a big salad is my plan, with some grilled chicken and a bunch of veggies, and I'm gonna jump on the phone with my buddy John, who's a friend of the vlog. You guys know, he was my roommate back in Minnesota, grew up together. The guy who lived with me but didn't take advantage of my fitness advice, as one famous comment said. He actually did. He's killing it. But that's it. I appreciate you watching. Please hit the like button if you did not already, and I will see you in a video soon.